Thank you so much for joining me, Nisa. My name's Jo Robertson. I'm the Education Director at Wonderful Brands. And with me today, I have.
Nisa. I'm the freelance channel manager at Wonderful Brands.
So, what we thought we would do today is just talk solely about freelance. Um, we wanted to make sure that everybody knew what we offered at Wonderful Brands. And also, I think it's just a really good window into the world of freelancers because it's been changing so much, Nisa. How long have you
Yeah.
been doing this role?
I mean, officially, probably for the last 4 months,
Yeah.
but I've been in the freelance specific world for what feels like a real long time.
So tell us what your role is then.
So my role is specifically to focus on the freelance world, look at how we support them. We understand obviously there's differences and challenges that come up being a freelance, and we just want to make it as easy and accessible as possible. So that's kind of where I enter.
So you are the dedicated account manager for anybody that's freelance.
Yeah,
Right,
anyone.
this leads us on to the big question, and you know it's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
What is a freelance hairdresser?
What is a freelance hairdresser? I mean, we could go on. I mean, obviously there's different types, and also it's very dependent on what they call themselves. So it can be anything from having a home salon, so you might have something in your garden, something in your house. You could be in a space, so you have a freelance space specifically for freelancers. You could rent a chair, you could be mobile. I mean, it's endless.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of the hairdressing industry. Since I've been a hairdresser since I was 16, and there's only been one time in my life where I was in, actually twice. There was twice. One, I broke my arm where I couldn't work, so that was a slight problem. And the
Yeah,
second one was that we were in COVID, and that I couldn't work. That was the
yeah,
first time in my career that I've never ever been able to earn money because once you're a hairdresser, the options, you've got that qualification, you've got that understanding of the industry, you can do whatever you want within there.
yeah.
And I think that's what's so interesting at the moment because it's all up in the air and we don't know where this is all going to land.
No.
And maybe the freelance community will grow even further. Do you know what percentage of the hairdressing industry is a freelancer in England at the moment? Do you know?
I think at the moment it's around kind of 60%. So there's no like official, this is
Big.
exactly it, but around 60%. So it is high.
Yeah, it's really big. And I think the method of brands talking to salons was really simple back in the day. You would have a
Yeah.
salesperson go in and go, "This is what we're doing this month. How many do you want?" And they were normally quite big quantities. And that, well, one, how do we find you in your garden shed? That
Yeah.
was like the first thing. So how do
Yeah.
we find all this dispersed during COVID? And then we were like, where is everyone? Where have they
Yeah.
gone? How do we find you? But one, we recognize that people don't need such big deals. So what do we offer as wonderful brands to support our freelancers?
So within the freelance world, we want to make it as easy and accessible as possible. So one of those things will be that you do have a dedicated account manager. So we understand that timing is very difficult. Sometimes it's not always easy to talk on the phone. So we want to be there for you. If you want to voice note me, you can voice note, you can WhatsApp me, you can DM me, you can email me. It's really to try and be as easy as possible. But then also having someone that you actually do have as a direct support. So if you're looking for your delivery or you're asking about any product, you've got someone to talk to straight away. Again, as well, delivery is super important. So we run a next day delivery dispatch. So your order should be with you or will be with you within 48 hours. On occasions, you may have that moment where you ring up and you're like, oh my gosh, I need a color. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Our warehouse team are absolutely amazing and we do everything we can to get it to you straight away. So that's really important. And then in terms of delivery as well, so we do £100 for free delivery and anything under is a £5 delivery charge. So yeah, we like to make it as easy as possible for you.
I think the delivery thing was really quite big because again, it's you're
Yeah.
not holding huge amounts of stock as what some large salons are. So we wanted to make that really easy as possible. And I think the trust in having somebody that you can phone like yourself or WhatsApp voice note, whatever that looks like, whatever your chosen method is, I think that's really key, because I would feel personally, if that was my business, that it would be sort of like I'd get lost. I'm just a
Yeah,
little person somewhere in the middle of England and no one
yeah,
knows where I am. So I think that's really key for me, that one, having you to be able to support. Um, you speak to a lot of freelancers. What do
yeah.
you feel are the biggest challenges in the freelance world at the moment?
I think at the moment, I think for a lot of them, it's time. I think everything falls on top of them. They have to manage their own business. They're having to do their stock orders. They're having to manage their clients. It's such a lot. And I think it can be quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
But then I also think alongside that as well is community, because I think when you are on your own and it all falls onto you, you can get lost in that world. And again, that's something that we try and really bring together, is that community. And I think we saw that probably from lockdown and the kind of spike in social, and we had that kind of real community and engagement with really just the hair industry altogether, but specifically for the freelance world. So yeah, I think being freelance, it's timing, absolutely.
Yeah, you view your social media manager, excuse me,
Yeah,
your marketing manager, you do your books, you do
yeah,
your ordering, everything kind of falls on you, doesn't it? I don't think people perhaps realize that when they start off, and it can be a bit shocking of just kind of feeling overwhelmed when they're doing it.
yeah.
So
And
I
how do you
think,
start? Like, what do you look at? Like, what brands do you look at? How do you do education? We know that's a really big thing for freelance. Like, how do they have access to that, and what is available for them?
yeah, yeah. Well, we can get definitely talk about that as well. That's my world there for education, and it's a really good point, because education is really key to lots of people. Because if you are on your own in your own space and you do get lost in that little world, where do you turn to for inspiration? You know,
Yeah,
how do you turn? You know, how do you do that? And I think as well, being on your own, sometimes you can get quite nervous going into a space where there's other people as well, because you don't really know them. So if you're doing like a, I don't know, a color class, for instance, and you all went to one place, you kind of like, oh, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that, because you've got used to be working on your own. I work on my own in this space, and when I go into the office, I find the distraction of the noise and everything really quite like, oh,
yeah.
it's a lot, because I'm used to quiet and working in my own time and my own space and everything. So it's very different. So we have been working on options for you. So we have got the classic, you can come to us for a cutting course, we'll put places on, you buy the course place, that's the sort of the traditional route. You know, if there was an opportunity where you had a group of freelancers network around you and you wanted us to come to you, we could absolutely do that as well. And then I think probably the most successful part that we've done so far is kind of, I call it the Australian tours with 11 Australia. So big events, it's an all day, you come along to it, you're in a safe space, you meet other freelancers, because we have a breakfast, we have lunch, so you can get to chat to people. And I think that really works, because you're getting the inspiration, you're getting to see the techniques, you're getting to see the technical information as well. You have a really great day and you meet some other like-minded people. So I think that's been a real win for us, for especially within the 11 Australia. What do you think, Nisa?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I look at the Sydney to Shoreditch that we did, and oh my, it was such an amazing day. And I think it's so nice as well, because I think it's a good opportunity, because often people are talking to each other through social media. So you go to these events and you're like, oh my gosh, I've seen you. I like, you know
Yeah.
them and you're talking, or you have that moment where you go up to someone and you're like, I definitely know you from social, but I'm too nervous to go, hi.
Yeah, no,
um,
I got a lot of that as well, because I'm exactly the same. We're not seeing these people as you as well. So there was a bit like, is that?
yeah.
And
And you're like, I'm so sure it's you, but then you're like, do I approach it?
yeah. One of the other things that I think is really good that you offer, Nisa, is the freelance WhatsApp group. I think that's been a
Yeah.
really good success. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the freelance WhatsApp group, the whole idea behind that was to make it specifically for the freelance world. So if you kind of come up against any questions, anything that maybe you might have a chair that you want to sell, and there might be someone in the area, we've got someone that's posted in that, or you're asking questions about how do you rent your space out. How do you go through that process? It's really things specific for the freelance world. And so you just have that community and people who've been through that who can offer their support for you. And it's a really, really nice group. Everyone's very helpful, very supportive, and it's just a safe space.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we've also got the 11 Australia Collective
Yeah,
Facebook group. So if you are specifically 11 Australia, you want to sort of like see formulas or get involved with different things in there, we've got that. On the other side, we've got Yellow Professional. We've got a really interactive Facebook group on there.
yeah.
That is probably like if you are looking for a great color and you want to know is it any good, or go in yellow and ask them. So which actually brings us on to sort of my next question is, what are the brands that we can offer at Wonderful Brands to our freelance community?
What brands can we offer? So we can offer 11 Australia.
Yeah,
We
super
have,
cool,
yeah,
high end. I feel like 11 is of the moment kind of hair care.
absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And it's amazing. Like, I live and breathe 11 Australia. It smells incredible. It performs. It does exactly what it says. Doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to work. That is 11 Australia. So
So we've got
yeah,
hair care and colour within there. So we've got liquid demi-permanent, permanent, and obviously the hair care range. So if someone was interested in 11 Australia, do they have to buy a big opening deal with you, Nisa?
no, not at all. So we have different options available depending on what it is you require. So we do have options which are focused around kind of small salons. And then obviously alongside that, you get additional benefits. However, you can buy in as and when you kind of need.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's not like a £5,000 opening deal.
No, no, absolutely no. And that was something we really, really wanted to try and make sure we were aligned in, because we feel that it's very difficult in the freelance world. Sometimes you have to buy X amount of color or X amount of products, and then you feel completely overwhelmed in things that you don't need. Whereas we want to make it as easy for you as possible. And also, you get that sell through, and it's an amazing feeling. So,
So we offer affiliate codes as well, so people
yeah.
can within 11 Australia. How does the affiliate code work?
The affiliate code works, it's really simple. We basically give you a link which you can pop on your Instagram, and then that directs them to the 11 Australia website. And then you basically get a commission if anyone orders via your affiliate code.
Or you can have a small amount of stock in your space
Yeah,
and you can retail from there. So there's options, isn't there?
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And then Yellow Professional, sort of our really amazing colour line and brand new style products.
Yes.
I'm so excited about this style products. If you haven't seen, gonna put a link to a little video that I did. Nisa was filming me and we were both equally so excited when the
Yeah.
products came. But Yellow Professional, by Alpha Path Milano. Really great colour range. Why would you recommend that to the freelance community, Nisa?
I think because it's not an extremely kind of saturated range of color, you're not going to be overwhelmed. It's all about having that creativity and creating those bespoke colors. The shine that you get in your hair is incredible. It's great value for money. I have yellow on my hair. Lisa Carter, she does my hair for me, so I can tell you that I love yellow. It's an amazing, affordable brand.
Yeah, I think Yellow Professional is a really great brand for people that are looking for something compact. So there's not sort of like 500 colours in the range. There's not multiple ranges. What I love is that you can change your permanent colour into a demi-permanent colour with just an activator into a true demi-permanent. We've got pure toners in there as well, and we've got a brand new style range that Nisa and I are super excited about. So I don't know when you're watching this, but if you haven't tried it yet, speak to
You have
Nisa.
to.
It's only 12 products. The smell is insane,
Yeah,
absolutely insane, and the performance is amazing. My curls today are Yellow Professional. We've only had it a few days, but I love it, absolutely love it. So we've got some, it's a really compact range of style products that I feel is all you need.
yeah,
You've
no,
got the
I agree.
hairsprays, you've got gels, you've got a glossy wax, which is, oh, there's my dog just come, working from home life. we've got a glossy wax, we've got a blow dryer, we've got texture spray, we've got a dry spray, so dry shampoo spray. So we've got everything in there that you need. So I'm really excited about this range. So they are our two. Sorry, I keep like having a frog in my throat. And then we've got Rebond as well. I'll let our last one is Rebond. So Rebond is bonds are like the Plex world is huge at the moment. Rebond is a brand new one that's come out, targets all three bonds in the hair. So it gives you that complete coverage that you need. Super easy, no downtime. All you do is apply it after you shampooed the hair or after the colour or in between your colour and before you put your toner on. Don't have to wait 20 minutes. All you go is that 4 minutes and then you can style again. What's great about it is a third of the price of the competitors on the market. So that's a really great offering for the freelance world because there's
Yeah.
again not the big outlay at all. So we're going to just finish up now with a few quick questions for you. How can people work with you, Nisa?
So you can contact me on my Instagram, Nisa Wonderful Brands, or my email, my phone number. You
We're
can
going to
call
pop all
me.
of that below
Yeah.
in the comments, so you'll be able to see where that is. And then how can people pay?
So there's a couple of different options that we offer for payment. So you can either sign up for direct debit, which is super, super simple, and it certainly makes your ordering process simple with your next orders. The way direct debit works is you sign up, the payment always comes out at the end of the following month. That's quite nice. It gives you a little bit of leeway when your payment comes out. Or alternatively, you can just do payment upfront as well.
Okay, cool. And then the last thing, if I can't imagine that anybody would not want to talk to you, Nisa, because you are lovely. But if they didn't want to have a dedicated account manager, we've also got Wonderful Brands website as well.
Absolutely. And the thing is as well, if they want to order on one from our website, that's super simple as well. But if they ever come up against problems like with logging in, at least then they've got a contact, they can ping me a message and I
Yeah.
can look into it for them.
Yeah, so there's plenty of options for you. So first option is to have some time with you and discuss what they can do, and you can go into detail of what works for them. We can
Yeah.
also look at the brands that we've got. So we offer other brands as well. So we've got foils, we've got brushes, there's all other sundries as well. So we do want to try and be that one-stop shop for you as well. So that makes things a lot easier. So they can book some time with you and discuss what options we have for them, whether that's working with you, setting them up on the website. There's lots of different ways.
Yeah.
And I think really it's just above all placing all those orders and everything, it's just having someone to talk to and feeling part of something and not being ignored by big brands.
Yeah.
We do want to work with you. We are interested in how we can support you further. Anything else, do you think?
No, I think that's great. And yeah, we just love the freelance world. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing. So I'm going to pop all of the links below for Nisa and let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks.